everyone. This is Southern Belle Whisper. I hope you all are doing well this evening and that you have had a happy and blessed day. It is time to look through the latest Sexiest Man Alive People magazine. Now you all, let me tell you, I need this right now. I need this in the worst way. My last video, I talked about clarity. And I want you guys to check that video out because what I'm about to tell you, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm heartbroken, horrified, overwhelmed right now. So, and this is how it kind of goes in with my clarity. I have always been obsessed with Mary Bethany from the Bible, and Mary Magdalene, and Mary, Mother of Jesus. I've always been obsessed with the name Mary because every time I heard that name, it resonated within me. So, today, where I live, a correctional officer was killed by an inmate. I'm sure if you haven't already heard about him, then you will at some point. His name was Jeremy Lewis Hall. Now, at first, it wasn't the story about what happened to him that resonated with me. It was the name, his name, that resonated at first. I was like, of course his name was Jeremy. Like, I felt heartbroken, of course, but like the name, I was like, of course his name was Jeremy, of course. And then later tonight, I had an old coworker of mine contact me. An old coworker that I worked at Goodwill with. And she mentioned that Jeremy was the son of a coworker of ours whose name is Mary. And let me just tell you guys, without crying, because I want this video to be as positive as possible. If that man was anything like his mother, then we lost another good one. I felt that shock again when my coworker told me that. I felt that shock like when Charlie Kirk was shot. I felt that shock of no, like I was like, no. I couldn't believe it. I did not realize that was her son. I know she mentioned him all the time. She mentioned, I wish my son Jeremy was like my other son. And I'm pretty sure her other son's name was David, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. But she always used to say, I wish he was more like Jeremy. And I had forgotten about that until I found out tonight that that was Mary's son. So I really, really need this video, you guys. I need to make this video. I'm just a mess. But I'm going to get excited for you guys because I am excited about this magazine. This is also going to be an up-close video, so I'm only using one hand. I hope the wrapping paper isn't too obnoxiously loud. I haven't painted my desk yet. I got it almost 2 years ago from Goodwill, and I still haven't painted it yet, and I'm disappointed. So I hope that I'll try to be as careful as I as you can see, Jonathan Bailey is on the cover of Sexiest Man Alive this year. This is the 40th edition of Sexiest Man Alive. Our 40th anniversary, sorry. And let me just tell you guys, I can think of no one more deserving of the title than Jonathan Bailey. Let me tell you about him. I totally skipped his season of Bridgerton because I had found out that he was gay. And I was like, this season isn't going to be believable for me because I know that he's gay in real life. It's not going to be believable. The kisses, the love scenes, stuff like that. So I didn't watch it. I know. I told you guys I was awful. But then my YouTube started showing me clips of Anthony and Kate. And I was like, you know what? That actually looks really good. The lake scene and the bee scene, and so I'm definitely getting on that, and I will be making a review video. I'll probably binge it tonight, to tell you guys the truth. I think that's exactly what I need tonight. But I became obsessed with him when I saw him in Wicked. I love musicals, and I've loved musicals my entire life. I loved Glee. I love The Sound of Music is my favorite musical of all time. Grease. I love musicals. So the fact that he was in Wicked, and he's going to be in Wicked Part 2, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm actually going with my two best friends, the ones that I told you guys about, Danielle and Alexis, and hopefully Danielle's daughter too. I said I want this to be a girl trip. We are going to go to the nice theater to watch it on November 30th. Hopefully, if plans go the way I want them to, we will. And I am so excited. I have not been to the movies enjoyably in a while. I went to see The Sound of Music with an acquaintance from church. I wouldn't even call her a friend, but I did it out of spite at the time, really. And God made it to where I had an awful time. Awful time. So I'm really, really, really excited about this. But yes, Jonathan Bailey, sexiest man alive. And then, I started obsessing over him, watching his interviews. He is something else. I truly believe that People Magazine got it right this year. I also like some of my past favorite sexiest men alive. Patrick Dempsey. There was a time that I was obsessed with Adam Levine, and I was really happy that he got sexiest man alive. Not anymore. Who else? There's somebody else in there. Patrick Dempsey. Oh, John Krasinski got sexiest man alive last year. I love him too. I wouldn't call him sexy though, but I adore him. I adore his personality and how wholesome he is, and I think that's why he won. But Jonathan is like the whole package, so I'm so excited to get into this. They're going to be talking about Jennifer Aniston is in love. You go, girl. Good for her. So first we have only Olay Wicked for Good ad. was just talking about Reese Witherspoon today. That's funny. We had the chatter part of this magazine. Try to get it out the light for you guys. There we go. But Reese says, who else would it be? I can't think of anybody. Reese Witherspoon on her You're Cordially Invited co-star Will Ferrell. I forgot. Oh, that's right. She is doing a movie with Will Ferrell. Oh man, I'm so excited. So excited. Keegan Michael Key, I love him too. That guy works very hard. Takes very, very good care of himself. And he's smoldering, so I'm going for Mark Wahlberg on his Play Dirty co-star. I love Keegan Michael Key. I love him. Sierra says, you already know it's Russell Carrington Wilson. On her husband of 9 years. They've already been together 9 years. Wow. Okay. Gail King says, I wouldn't be mad if Regé Jean, sorry I cannot pronounce his name, speaking of Bridgerton, Regé Jean Page got it. In addition to looking good, he's a really good human being. Yeah, I love the first season too. Like from the first season, I was obsessed with Bridgerton. The third season is my favorite at the moment because I always shipped Colin and Penelope. But after I watch the second season, I'll probably think differently. Julia Fox says, I know people really like that Pedro Pascal guy, and I think he's pretty cute too. Yeah, no, that's why he hasn't gotten Sexiest Man Alive. Definitely not my cup of tea. Like, I know, like, the whole world loves him, but I don't get it. And that's just my opinion. John Oliver says, if you're looking for the sexiest man alive, and you find yourself looking at Adam Driver, you're probably in the right place. Okay, now Adam Driver, I'm on the fence about him because he was in that movie, The Marriage Story, and that movie reminds me of my ex, and he was just such an asshole in that movie. I mean, I know he's only acting, I know, but he also played in Star Wars, so I'm on the fence about him. Okay, so that's it for this page. It's the sexiest man ever, it says. Fun fact, Sexiest Man Alive was created by accident. In 1985, the magazine did a cover shoot with a thin 29-year-old Mel Gibson. Oh, I love Mel Gibson. I forgot he was Sexiest Man Alive. That's right. The photos were hot. The interviews, not so much. Quoting the original piece, I don't want to be doing this interview, said Gibson, while affecting the air of an injured teenager. Wow, we were savage back then. That meant the team had to get creative with the cover line, and the late photo editor, Mary, there's that Mary again, Dune, remarked that despite his attitude, Gibson was the sexiest man alive. And with that, a franchise was born. I took the helm at People earlier this year, just in time for Sexiest Man Alive's 40th anniversary. The traditional gift is a ruby, hence the red People logo on one of our 2 collectible covers, which is also a wink to a certain pair of slippers from The Wizard of Oz. I love it. I figured there was no better way to celebrate the franchise than with a at least one shirtless shoot. When I relayed my vision to our director of photography, Hannah Schweber, she responded, "I can't guarantee that." Spoiler alert, she over-delivered. I couldn't be more delighted with our cover star, Jonathan Bailey. Straight out of center casting, he's got Prince Charming looks and six-pack, but he's also sweet, funny, and incredibly hardworking. After a long day of shooting in the south of England, he dived, I'm sorry, I think I need glasses, you guys, like seriously. He dived into the frigid water at sunset to get the gorgeous image you'll see in his cover story. We shot another English gentleman who knew what it takes to get the perfect photo, Aaron Pierre, at an estate in Essex. It was a chilly fall day, and while we were bundled up, sipping tea, he brought the heat, says Schweber. Indeed, even the estate's many Shetland ponies couldn't take their eyes off him. Speaking of hot, I headed to Los Angeles to shoot people's first ever centerfold with role model, real name Tucker Pillsbury, sponsored by MAC Cosmetics. In the grand tradition of Burnt Reynolds before him, Tucker stripped down to his boxers, but you wouldn't know it from the pictures. He put the model and role model, the man knows his angels are angles, says senior writer Rachel DeSantis. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for our anniversary celebration, which I've been calling the sexiest week alive. All week we'll be heating things up across the people universe and beyond. Warning, things are about to get steamy. Thanks for reading, clicking, and watching. There's Jonathan Bailey. He is so cute. Why do men get the best ones? Is what I'm wondering. At this point, why do men get the best ones? We have the table of contents. Like, we're going to be hearing about Jennifer Aniston and her love story. We're going to be hearing about Lucy Ball and Desi Arnaz. So, this magazine is going to be very special to me. I'm going to take very good care of it. There's a new show coming out, or is now streaming, called Landman. As Sam Elliott, Ali Larder, Andy Garcia, Demi Moore, and Billy Bob Thornton. It says mother-daughter pair Kia Gerber and Cindy Crawford struck a number of glamorous poses as they rocked the unofficial trend of the night sparkles at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art's Art and Film Gala on November 1st. I love sparkles. Demi Moore on the right and daughter Tallulah Willis also got the sparkle memo and sported sheer dresses designed by Gucci. I love Demi's dress. It looks like a peacock. I love that. A shimmering Selma Hayek and her husband, Francois. Prince Harry and Meghan, I love them, and my mother loves them too. I love Meghan's cooking channel on Netflix. I think she is just so wholesome. I really like Meghan a lot. I prefer her over Kate Middleton, but that's just my opinion. peppers at the top there. USS Sydney Sweeney. I do not like that dress. I am really excited about, is it The House Sitter? That movie coming out with her. I'm not a huge fan of her, but I love Amanda Seyfried, so I'm excited about that movie. You have Paul, no, where's Paul? This is Paul Rudd. Oh my gosh, he's dressed as Post Malone. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Hold up, I thought that was literally Post Malone. Oh, I love Paul Rudd. I love him. I think he's also gotten Sexiest Man Alive. I love him too. I mean, he looks just like him. I thought that was... Did you guys see me question myself? That is hilarious. He looks... Oh my goodness. And then you have James Vanderbeek's, him and his family at the top. I feel so bad for him. I've loved him ever since he played a bully in the movie Angus. A lot of people know him from Dawson's Creek, but I've never watched that show. I know him from Angus, and I just feel so bad for him and his cancer diagnosis. You have Beyonce, or no, you have Blue Ivy Carter and Tina Knowles. Must be Beyonce's sister. Trending now, exposed bras. Yeah, I do not get this. I do not get this at all. But I'm not judging. But I would never. Like, even at church, if I show even a little bit of skin, I go like back to the old days where it's like, oh my gosh, Kelly showed a little bit of her neck today. Oh, she didn't cover up her neck. She showed a little cleavage. Like, I don't even go to church and show cleavage. Like, I don't judge people that do. I'm weird. I'm weird like that. I'm pretty sure I joked with Jay one time. We were joking about how people act like that. That's a good memory. Oh my gosh. Kelly showed a little ankle at church today. How dare she? Pretty sure that's what he said. Okay, so Jennifer Aniston is in love, finally. His name is Jim. So let's see, what does it say? Jennifer Aniston has publicly hard-launched her new romance with Jim Curtis. On November 2nd, the actress 56 made her relationship with the hypnotherapist Instagram official as she shouted him out on his 50th birthday. Happy birthday, my love. Aniston wrote alongside a black and white photo of the couple sharing a sweet embrace, adding the word cherished. The rare public display of affection for Aniston comes as a source says she and Curtis have found their groove as a couple. Jen's very happy and in a great place with Jim, says the source. She's been glowing. Everything in her life has come together and she's excited about it. Jim is the best. And he's hot. Like, you go, girl. Like, look how cute he is. I'm so glad she is happy. And you know how Hollywood does, where it's like Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt are bad together, and I'm like, no. I do the same thing with Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck. I'm like, girl, run away, run away. And I'm just so happy for her. She deserves it. I love Jennifer Aniston. rumors first sparked in July after the two were photographed enjoying a yacht vacation in Europe alongside Aniston's friend and frequent co-star Jason Bateman and his wife Amanda Anka. In August, they again stepped out for a double date with Bateman and Anka in New York City. They also had a dinner in Malibu with Aniston's friend's co-star Courtney Cox and her longtime partner Johnny McDade. Jim fits right in with her friend Sis Source. They love him. He's social, easygoing, and everyone loves having him around. I'm so happy for her. Chris Evans had a daughter. Chris Evans and Alba Baptista are the proud new parents of a baby girl. The Captain America star 44 and the borderline actress 28 welcomed their first child together. Elma Grace Baptista. Oh, I love that. I love that name. I love the name Grace. If I ever have a little girl one day, I'm going to name her Heather Grace. That's a big if, though. Okay. Days of Our Lives Best Super Couples. It says romance has fueled daytime soap operas since they hit radio in the 1930s, but it wasn't until the 80s that Days of Our Lives mastered the art of the super couple. Yeah, I never liked Days of Our Lives. My grandmother loved it, but I didn't like it. But there's different couples like B and Hope, John and Marlena, Patch and Kayla, Jack, which you guys know is my favorite boy name. I love that I'm noticing names in Jennifer and Will and Sunny. I've always noticed names. It's the weirdest thing, like what happened today with me being like, oh, of course his name is Jeremy, because as soon as I saw that name, it went right to Jay. Jay's name is Jeremy. And then Mary. And then I've been seeing the name David a lot. Like, it's been insane recently, though. Like, totally insane. Gina Bush Hagar. Don't know her. I may not know some people in this magazine. Vanessa Bryant reflects on Kobe Bryant and daughter I'm just going to call her Gia. Lasting impact. That broke my heart. I am not a basketball girly, but that broke my heart when Kobe Bryant and Gia were killed. And I also left a TikTok or a comment recently. TikTok was like, here's a video of Vanessa talking about Kobe Bryant at his funeral. And I'm a savage, you guys. I said, Erica Kurt, take notes. This is how you grieve over a husband. And I kind of regret it a little bit. Because how do I know? But I don't know. She just gives me the ick. I don't know. But yeah, that broke my heart. King Charles gives and King Charles takes away. I do not care about the royal family. Diane Ladd, Oscar-nominated actress, dies at 89. Okay, can we get through the negative stuff and get to the good stuff already? Oh, I love this page. Smile. A whole new perspective on the animal kingdom. Andreas Burba prefers to see the world upside down. The animal lover and professional photographer adopted the this tilted perspective when he captured felines beneath a glass panel at Cat Show in 2015. That turned into an ongoing project and book series Underlook, showing animals from underexplored vantage points to spark curiosity about the other side, he says. That is so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. So we have a lemur. I love lemurs. I think they are so adorable. And a cute dog. Why is there no names? Sorry, I want names. Oh, we have a hedgehog. Just one, Oh my goodness. Oh, I bet this is what Jasper looked like when he was a kitten. And then rabbit at the top there. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, no, that's a Persian, right? But that's a lot like Jasper looks. Jasper has yellow eyes and he's gray. He's half Himalayan, half, I think, gray cat. Like this kitten right here. He's my pretty boy. I love cats. We have the pigs, movies, TV shows, blah 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 blah. I want to get to Bridgerton before I get too tired. We have books. I've gotten into reading recently. I'll look at John Goodman. Wait a second. No, that is not John Goodman. That's Russell Crowe. I thought that was John Goodman. Wow, that doesn't even look like him. Wow. It's called Nuremberg. It's a World War II drama. Okay, hold up a second. What's it about? Delivers masculine storytelling to recount the aftermath of World War II and the ensuing Nuremberg trials. I need to look that up, you guys, because I do not remember that. But that is going to be so good. Okay, finally. We have Jonathan Bailey in all his glory. Dashing in all that he does, the English actor is stealing scenes and hearts and solidifying his standing as one of Hollywood's most magnetic stars. Yeah, he is. He is magnetic. He is magnetic. You guys, I mean, look at that face. He is one of the most handsome men I've ever, it's not just his looks. It's who he is as a person. But, I mean, his six-pack and oh my gosh. I hate men. They get the good ones. Okay. So it says, Jonathan Bailey knows how to bring the heat. Literally, after diving into the frigid ocean off a beach south of London for this cover shoot, which was his idea, he sits down in a cable knit sweater and requests a glass of Bordeaux. This writer joins him as well, and within minutes, everyone in the room looks flushed. It's also quickly obvious why the English actor 37, brimming with charm, wit, and almost unfairly handsome looks, has become one of the most irresistible stars in Hollywood, and yet he's still getting used to all the fuss. Asked when he first realized his fame was growing, Bailey recalls a moment in 2020 shortly after the steamy Netflix series Bridgerton catapulted him into the spotlight. I had the radio set for my alarm, and one morning it went off with, "Here's the news at 7. But just before we go, can we talk about Jonathan Bailey?" The actor says with an incredulous laugh. I was like, "Where is my journal? Is this real? It was wild. He's going to need a bigger journal. In the past 5 years, Bailey has captured hearts as Lord Anthony on Bridgerton and earned an Emmy nomination for his role as a closeted congressional staffer in the Showtime series Fellow Travelers. Then, of course, there's his. I was checking and making sure I didn't have my mic on mute this entire time. Then, of course, there's his 2024 big screen debut as French Vario in the movie musical mega hit Wicked. I hope I said that right. Followed by this summer's blockbuster Jurassic World Rebirth. The actor has been grateful to work alongside brilliant talent like Matt Boomer, Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, and Scarlett Johansson. Based on photos of him with his co-stars always hugging, sometimes kissing, the feeling appears to be very mutual. Bailey, who was raised in Royal Oxfordshire with 3 older sisters by his mom, Carol, and dad, Stuart, knew he wanted to be an actor at age 5 after seeing a performance of Oliver with his grandmother. At 7, he was performing with the Royal Shakespeare Company in London, has continued to master his craft both on stage and screen ever since. Ahead of the finale, Wicked for Good, hitting theaters November 21st. Shawno, as his close friends call him, is enjoying the last few weeks of calm before the fan-frenzied storm begins again. You get to a point where you look back and you go, wow, but you never for a second think that's where you're headed. He says, to be able to do things that you dream of. Oh my gosh, that's so relatable. Guess I'm about to start school in January, and I'm just now realizing, hey, I can actually achieve this. It's something that I've always dreamed of. I can actually achieve it. That's so relatable. I love him. You have his leading roles: Bridgerton, Wicked for Good, Jurassic World Rebirth. Do you guys see how flustered I am? Okay. He says, I feel awkward quite a lot of the time. I feel like that stage is lifelong for me. So, he was asked some questions. There he is, and oh, man. Okay, so what did you think when you heard you were being given the Sexiest Man Alive crown? He says it's a huge honor. Obviously, I'm incredibly flattered. And it's completely absurd. It's been a secret, so I'm quite excited for some friends and family to find out. You really haven't told anyone? I told my dog, Benson, who joined him at the shoot. But no, I haven't. How do you spell NDA? Who do you think will give you the most grief? I think a lot of my friends will. They'll be furious that I haven't told them. And then they'll just squeal with delight. They've seen me grow up behind the mask of being identified as a sexy man, or other truths that they know and they've witnessed. They know the secrets. What were you like as a kid? I was really enthusiastic, probably quite annoying, hard to calm down. I don't think I ever thought of myself as sexy as I grew up. When did you start being comfortable in your skin? At various moments in my life, I've been like, I've got this, which is sometimes met by a deep spike of fear and self-doubt. Yes. When I was really young, I was very confident about who I was, and maybe I lost that as I grew up. We're all sort of trying to get back to the origin, aren't we? But I was swimming in the sea about an hour ago with a good gang, and I felt alright in my skin. and now you're the sexiest man alive. Is there anything you failed at but learned from? I didn't finish Open University where you study from home. I signed up for about 9 different courses, not realizing if you didn't finish them, you would get expelled. So I didn't finish my volcanoes and tsunami course or my Leonardo da Vinci course. I love Leonardo da Vinci. I didn't finish my music course, but just at that point, I got expelled. Hopefully, there'll be something I can go back to. Do you really think you will? I do, yeah. I want to know what happens with volcanoes. So cute. Is there a hobby you wish you had? I wish I could play the cello. I started having lessons. It was pretty harsh. And languages, I couldn't grasp languages. You know, I can speak in French about my house, that I get a bus to school, and that I've got a cat. And I do actually say that after a glass of red if I'm in France. Speaking of wine, you guys, I was in town recently, and I didn't realize we have a wine bar in town, and I've been tempted to go. I have not had not one sip of alcohol since May, but to go and just be able to sip on a glass of wine sounds delightful. I am not going to lie, and I don't say that because I used to drink. I say it as in I would just love to sit down and watch the hubble bubble of everyday life and be able to drink a glass of wine, just one glass, because I know I can control myself now. Okay. Take us through a typical day off. I get up, go for a walk, have coffee, go see friends, or listen to loads of music. Always got headphones near me, and then maybe watch a film, or maybe go to the theater. He loves music too. What does a perfect date night entail? Oh God, it totally depends. I love a walk. I do love dinner, theater, films. It depends what number date. You know, if it's like date 100, then like Legos. Although we Brits say it singular, Lego and pizza. Some of my best dates have been Lego dates. He is so adorable. I can't. What traits are most important when it comes to being in a relationship? Okay, so before I tell you the answer, let's go to this part where it says Jonathan fills in the blank. I have an irrational fear of ... snakes. They really freak me out. Me too. Party. I can't wait to ... He says leave. I'm glad to get my pen on that one. If I can get going. So freaking relatable. Oh my gosh. Leave. Either that or say, did y'all cook anything for this party? Where's the food? That would be me. I always at a party, I eat and then leave. That's hilarious. And I'm not ashamed. If I weren't an actor, I'd ... love to be a teacher. Me too. Me too. But I'd probably be like the second drummer in a band. The one that never quite made it. I'm glad I'm going to counseling, but I always thought I would be a teacher. Because Miss Honey was always an inspiration of mine from Matilda. So for years, I always thought I was going to be a teacher. But I don't know if I can handle that many kids. So counseling it is. Every guy should ... have a gay friend. Yeah. They're the best. People are always always surprised when I do a backflip really badly. My happy place is cycling. I've just gone from Rome to Pisa. It took time, and I'm still walking weirdly, but it was good. I cannot wait to buy a bike of my own. With my new car, it has a perfect trunk to where I can load my bike in it. I love to cycle. My game plan for getting older is to embrace it all. God, I love this man. Okay, so what traits are most important when it comes to being in a relationship? He says communication and being clear. Sorry, that got me excited. I was like, yes, communication and being clear. Come on. That goes with friendships too. Wink, 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 wink. Sorry. Transparency is absolutely utmost, and really supporting, really cheerleading, and watching someone thrive should be a real turn on. Yeah. I love to see the people I care about thrive, and not just men, but anyone I care about or love. To see them thrive and make something of themselves. That's why I believe that counseling is the perfect fit for me, because I love to see someone thrive and make something of themselves. I love it. I'm not trying to make this about me, his interview about me. I'm just saying he is so relatable. Any deal breakers? The opposite of those: bad communication, lack of transparency, doesn't like Legos. Actually, I'll only be with someone who can speak 3 languages. Yeah, and they've got 7 degrees and doctorate. Otherwise, they're just not good enough. God, I love this man. Fuck. Sorry. Excuse my language. When's the last time you were moved to tears? Well, I did see Wicked for good yesterday. Lucky. But beyond watching my own work in a good way, I get moved to tears by family quite a lot. Like, my niece was pupil of the week, and I was just so proud of her. And she's the eldest of the next gen of Baileys, and that made me well up. In fact, all my sisters, when they send pictures of their kids, I do find family does make me really emotional. Do you see yourself as a dad someday? Yeah, if the planets align, for sure. I feel like in the world that we live in now, everyone's going to need a bit of guidance. Although I'd be terrible at getting them through university, and they would not be able to speak another language, but maybe they will, and that's how I'll learn. Oh, he's something else. What's your worst habit? I'm an overthinker. Yes, clarity, you guys. Clarity. I was supposed to read this. Usually I don't go in this in depth. I'm an overthinker. My brain goes off sometimes, like the 4th of July. What's your worst habit? I'm an overthinker. Okay, why was I going to reread that? Okay, do you ever read comments on Instagram? I try not to. I think sometimes you get really sucked in, but it's much rarer now. Before you became the internet's boyfriend, I don't know about that. There's so many of them, right? I think maybe back in the day, it was like free speech and what you like, but I might read it once a month. I might dive in. Who was your first celebrity crush? I'd say Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid. Oh man, okay. But also Trini and Power Rangers. I remember accidentally throwing 2 garden tools over the fence trying to be her. advice would you give to your 15-year-old self? Dude, you're in for a ride. You're not going to believe where you're going to end up. It's all going to be fine. It'll be bumpy, but you'll meet some amazing people and trust your instincts because they've got your back. How would you describe your life now? I feel incredibly lucky. Life is a ride for everyone, no matter who you are, where you come from. It's just making sure that when you're in the ride, you're looking left and right and making sure everybody's alright, and give them a high five along the way if they need it. Holy moly, I love this man. Oh, gosh almighty. Okay, spilling the tea. I love that teapot. What would the title of his memoir be? Because I didn't have the confidence to tell you then. He says, do it, do it, do it, write it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Well, hello. Oh man, I forgot I made meatloaf today. You know, I don't care about body image, but the first thing I see is the meatloaf. Oh, okay, yeah, abs, okay. Alright, yeah, hot. Tell me you're a foodie without tell me you're a foodie. This is Sexiest Moments. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of them because, you know, Jonathan was special. Like I said, I do not find Pedro Pascal handsome. And don't find him handsome either. Travis Kelce. No. I think Taylor Swift deserves better. Like the way he goes off. Like the Chiefs. Okay, if you're a Chiefs fan, I'm sorry, but the way he acts and throws tantrums when he literally just won the Super Bowl 2 years in a row and you're throwing a tantrum because you're losing. Like, she deserves so much better. But that's just my opinion. Jacob Elordi's, is that how you pronounce his name? I love Jacob. Love him. Now, I know a lot of people know him from Euphoria. I could not get into Euphoria. It was just too much for me at the time. Just too much going on. Like, my niece loved it, but I couldn't get through it. And he plays, what's the guy's name in Euphoria? But I know him from Kissing Booth. So, yeah. I know him from Kissing Booth, and I've loved him since Kissing Booth. I only loved the first one, though. But I love him. He is so tall. He has the accent. And he is going to be in the remake of Wuthering Heights with what's her face from Barbie. I wish I like her. I do. I like her. I don't hate her. What's her name? Like, not important enough to remember. I can't believe I'm blanking on her name right now. But for one thing, too old. Sorry, too old. I don't get it. But Jacob as Heathcliff, I'm like over here dying. I'm like, Jacob as Heathcliff. Oh my gosh, it's supposed to come out on Valentine's Day, so I'm going to take myself out to go see it, and then I'm going to take myself out to dinner. It might have to be before Valentine's Day, because I'm pretty sure that's a Friday, and I'll be working. So that's my plans for Valentine's Day. I'm going to take myself to see this movie, and then I'm going to take myself out to dinner, and it's going to be fabulous. But yeah, I love him. What does it say about him? At the Venice Film Festival, Jacob, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, Elordi, hit peak heartthrob status while promoting his film Frankenstein. Oh god, I forgot about Frankenstein. No. Okay, I'm going to watch Frankenstein tonight. I don't know. Would that give me nightmares? I'm really weird about watching movies like that right before I go to bed. Okay, Bridgerton tonight. And then Frankenstein tomorrow. I forgot about that. What really got us? His rockstar meets poet vibe. Complete with a tousled mullet and tiny hoop earring. But really, anyone who can still look hot with this haircut deserves a spot on the list. Yeah, he's got it. He's got the charisma. I love him. Oh my gosh, but then you have Chris Briney. I like the actor a lot. I do. It's kind of like no, it's not how I feel about Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson is the most beautiful man on earth. But when it comes to Chris Briney, I'm more of a Conrad Fisher girly. He's alright though, and I'll probably obsess over him, like watch him in every movie, but like I didn't watch that Mean Girls musical. Like you can't remake Mean Girls, and I just refused to watch it. I know he was in that movie, but like I don't know, him as Conrad Fisher with his brooding stares, blue-green eyes, and sandy blonde hair as Conrad Fisher. On The Summer I Turned Pretty, Christopher Briney, 27, had viewers comparing him to 1997's Titanic-era Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, I heard that already, and I see it, you guys. I see it. I was obsessed with Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio. And I love Leonardo DiCaprio, or I did. Like, Hollywood has just tarnished his name for me because they're all like, oh, he dates younger girls. And it's kind of tarnished his name for me. But, like, I love that he's, with climate change. And I love another movie I love of Leo's is The Departed. I love that movie. Titanic, of course. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Like, I've always loved Leonardo DiCaprio. But I love him as Jack, there's that name again, but that's not why I would name my future child Jack. There's a whole reason behind that. Okay, so I want to try to. Oh, you got Jeremy Allen White, who is also in Euphoria. Hey, Jeremy Allen White, we got flowers for you. I like him. That's another movie I want to watch. Like this coming up year seems like the year for movies. Or the end of this year. That was he play like Bruce Springsteen or something, or Springfield. 13 going on 30. Jude Law. Yeah, nope. I don't like cheaters. You have, what's his face? I don't like him. I loved Elvis. I love that movie, but I do not like him. Austin Butler, do not like him. He gives me the ick. Oh, Andrew Garfield. Accidental thirst trap is what it says. Yes, everybody's seen that interview. Or was was he like given an award or something? The actor who is 42 went viral after slipping on his glasses mid-presentation of the Golden Globes. I couldn't see the teleprompter, he later explained. Then I realized my shirt was too open, and then everyone thinks I'm trying to be sexy, but in truth, neurosis is, I guess, kind of sexy. I love Andrew Garfield. Like, I try not to say that around my niece because so many people have told her that her boyfriend looks like Andrew Garfield, and I kind of see it too. But I love Andrew Garfield. I love his movies. I love Hacksaw Ridge, Spider-Man. I'm not a superhero fan, but I would watch it because of him. What else? There is one that I'm missing. Oh, The Social Network. I'm pretty sure that was his first movie, but I feel like I'm missing an important one somewhere in there. But yeah, I love him. Vincent Boone. Recently, he's given me the ick too. I don't know why. I like Beautiful Things. They play that song all the time, and I'm just like, okay, I'm over it. We have a centerfold of role models. The Sally When the Wine Runs Out singer, Sexiest Musician. So he was nominated in 2024, but Harry Styles won. I'm going to have to listen to that song after this video now. Sally When the Wine Runs Out. Okay. Alrighty. So, you literally have a centerfold of him. I'm trying to move it without making too much noise. And you guys can't see it anyways because the way I have the light. I'm trying to decide if I find him attractive at all. His face is okay, but and I'm not trying to sound shallow, but his tattoos are just, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just they're like not together. Like he should have done like sleeves or something. There's just so many of them. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm not trying to obsess over it, but I mean, is it just me? I love tattoos on men, but like those, I do not know. I don't know, you guys, I just don't know. Yeah, that's not my cup of tea. This is like makeup ad. And then you have a page, Secrets of Sexiest Man Alive. You have Brad Pitt in 1995, Patrick Swayze. What year was that? 1991. So the year I was born was Patrick Swayze. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet. I love Patrick Swayze. Denzel Washington, 1996. Love him. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I was weirdly attracted to him when he was in American Gangster. I was like, oh my gosh, he is a walking red flag, but why am I so attracted? Tom Cruise, 1990. George Clooney in 1997. John F. Kennedy Jr., R.I.P. Yeah, he was very handsome too. Harrison Ford, my God, I'm so sorry about that loud ass truck. You have Harrison Ford in 1998. Love him too. see, anybody else I love? Mel Gibson. I mean, come on. He was so dreamy. I think I put another comment on a Jonathan Bailey TikTok where I said he would make a amazing George Michael if they ever made a movie about George Michael. And Jonathan Bailey knows how to sing. I mean, come on. He looks he doesn't look 100% like George Michael, but, like, I think he would be great. Somebody tell Hollywood. Richard Gere, 1999. Love him too. And let's see, is there anyone else that Matt Damon, 2007, I like Matt Damon. But there's a Patrick Dempsey. What year did Patrick Dempsey win? 2023. Paul Rudd in 2021. And who else? Okay, I thought that was Chad Michael Murray for a second. This is Brad Pitt. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and of course, John Krasinski, who won last year. Oh yeah, Ben Affleck can suck it. Yeah, no. And that's it. Yep. Oh, Bradley Cooper. I love him too. But yeah, those are my top favorite. Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, I am too. I'm not trying to rush, but this videos are an hour long, and the real big reason was, okay, hold up a second. Here is Chad Michael Murray and what's his face? Lardy. What? James Lafarty. Sorry. One of my favorite shows of all time is One Tree Hill. I don't obsess over it like I obsess over Friends, but I do love that show. I watched it all the way through. So, Chad Michael Murray, who's better at basketball? Chad Michael Murray says James during auditions had to play one-on-one and failed miserably. I'm Ely, got basketball coach for the summer. How do you feel about your famous theme song? Murray says, I just don't think you can name a better theme song than I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw. That is very true. James Lafarty says, have you ever been somewhere and they played it intentionally after you were walked in? That's happened to me. It's pretty mortifying. Which couple was stronger, Nathan Haley or Lucas and Peyton? Nathan Haley, of course. Murray says, is there a right answer? Lafarty says, points for Leighton for going to live somewhere other than Tree Hill, which Haley didn't do. And Murray says they're on a yacht somewhere in New Zealand with Andy. I think it's romantic that Haley and Nathan stayed in Tree Hill. Sexiest man's best friend, Orlando Bloom, can suck it too. Like, suck big donkey dongs. Cannot stand him. I haven't been able to stand him even before he broke up with Gay Barry. He gives me the major ick. Joe Manganiello, same thing. Can't stand him. Actually, Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell. And Brisket. Now that's cute. I do like Glenn Powell. And then you have Cat Dad. It's a Temptations hats, but that is so cute. Look at the cats. Oh, okay, and the body, yeah, that. But look at the cat. Oh. Oh, Adam Rodriguez. I love him. And the only movie that I love him in is I Can Do Bad All By Myself. I have not seen him in anything else. But like that lip, his jawline, like that man is beautiful. Votes for him to get Sexiest Man next year. Match the sweet stud to his, or her, oh yeah, well, his. Okay, we won't do that. I'll just tell you which ones I think are sexy. How about that? Matt Bomer. Well, that's a given. Duh. Tom Hanks. Yeah, for an old guy. Yeah, he still has it. I'd still hit that. Not gonna lie. I don't even care. I'm just myself. I like being funny. Daniel Day Kim. Oh man, he's pretty too. He's 57. Timothy Chalamet, yes. Yes. Mark Ruffalo, yes. Bruno Mars. Mario Lopez, I used to love him, but not so much anymore. Michael B. Jordan, Chris Evans. How about I'll say this is part 1 and I'll make a part 2 soon because I actually do like this part of the magazine and I'll save it for you guys because this is already long enough, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I love you guys and I'll be talking to you soon. Love you guys. Bye bye.